Peace, peace, y'all. This video is called Stop Dreaming and Start Doing. All right. So, with that being said, it's good to be a dreamer. Don't get me wrong. I'm a dreamer. You feel me? Always been a dreamer and always will be a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize, like, damn, after a while, I was dreaming way too much. You know what I'm saying? And just knowing my potential and just like, you feel me, just being a natural dreamer, I just felt like that was enough. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people go through that, you know what I'm saying? But eventually you got to get it to a point where you're like, okay, it's time to take action. Like, I'm done dreaming. Like, I've already dreamt so much. I already know what my dreams are. It's time to just start taking action. You know what I'm saying? And then merging that, once you get a good grip on being action oriented, then you can merge that with your dreamlike abilities. You know what I'm saying? Your dreamy ways. You know what I'm saying? You can merge that with it. You feel me? And just be powerful. You feel me? But you have to take action. You feel what I'm saying? So even me making these videos is me taking action. Cause I was in my bed, I was asleep, bro. I felt so good laying down. I'm like, man, I do not want to get up. Like, I worked so hard. Yeah, like I worked out so hard yesterday. I was just like, man, I just want to sleep. But I got some sleep in, so I'm good. You feel me? I'm like, you know what? I'm just sitting there just dreaming and then just imagining, you know, what I'm gonna do today. You know what I'm saying? Just imagining what I could possibly do right now at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm just like, damn, I had this idea to make these videos because I'm like going through literally what I'm explaining to y'all. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just get up and make a video. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, damn, that's probably how all these successful dudes do this shit. They just act. Whenever they get an idea, they just act. They do not hesitate. They just go. You feel me? Because once you get an idea, that shit is fleeting. You feel me? So you have to act on it before you lose it. You feel me? It loses its fire. It loses its steam. It loses that inspiration. You feel me? You lose that inspiration. You feel me? So I'm just like, damn, I gotta, like, I'm already action oriented, but I have to be way more action oriented when these sparks of ideas pop in. You feel me? I'm telling you. So stop dreaming and start doing. You know what I'm saying? If you at that point where, like I am, where you already know what your dreams are, you already done the dream work. You know what I'm saying? It's time to put in that action work. You feel me? It's time to really make moves. It's time to really wake the fuck up and step into your power. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up. And you gonna gain the wisdom off of that. You feel me? And it just makes your dreams more tangible, more real. You feel me? That's how you manifest your dreams, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really take the action step towards your dreams. You dream it, you imagine it, all this other shit, but then you take these practical action steps that's going to get you closer and closer and closer and closer and closer every single fucking day. The shit don't stop. You feel what I'm saying? And that's how you make that shit real. That's how you make that shit real. You ingrain it in your routines. You ingrain it in your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And your willpower, your energy, your intentions is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Energy follows intentions. You feel me? So set your intentions, put forth the action. You know what I'm saying? And the energy will follow. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. So yeah, I'm gonna repeat the title over and over. Stop dreaming, start doing. Stop dreaming, start doing. Stop dreaming, start doing. You feel me? Ain't no more sitting around talking about what you're gonna do, what you wanna do. None of that shit. You feel me? And get away from people who do that shit. Get away from people who just sit around talking all the time, but don't do a goddamn, won't bust a fucking move. Get the fuck away from these niggas, bro. I'm telling you. you cannot have that energy around you. You need people who's gonna spark that fire up under your ass. You know what I'm saying? Not even to you directly, but just by being around a motherfucker that you see that gets to it. You know what I'm saying? That does not hesitate. That's gonna rub off. You feel me? You're gonna feel uncomfortable in your laziness and your fucking complacency. You're gonna be like, God damn, like I need to do something. I need to bust a move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. And it rubs off energy. But if you're around people that just talk, that shit gonna have you doing the same thing. You feel me? And just witnessing them doing that, being around them while they doing that, and then being around them while they not doing shit. You feel me? And you seeing the contradictions, shit. You and a part of your like subconscious, you gonna think that shit is okay. You gonna think that shit is cool. Because you are around it, so you're accepting it. You feel me? You are validating it. You know what I'm saying? You are enabling that shit. So then you start enabling that shit within yourself. I'm telling you, whenever you get a spark of an idea, a vision, whatever, act on it. It don't have to be no grandiose goddamn display of action or nothing like that. It doesn't have to be, you feel me, something big. Is just little steps, little things, you feel me? And then just flow with it, you feel me? Because once you get your foot in the door, once you get started, you feel me, then you get on the roll, then you find your way, and then, you know what I'm saying, you can really get, you know, comfortable with it, and then just do it to the max, you feel me? But you have to get started. Jump your ass up, you know what I'm saying? Ignore your mind that's telling you, oh, I'm comfortable. Get the fuck out your comfort zone. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how I got this body. You know what I'm saying? That's how I, you know, look the way I look. I imagine this shit. You know what I'm saying? I imagine myself with locks. I'm like, I want locks. I'm growing that shit the fuck out. You feel me? Took small action steps and did that shit. I wasn't just sitting around. I don't give a fuck. I'm bald at the top. I didn't give a fuck. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I imagined that shit and I did it. Didn't give a fuck. You feel me? So it's the same thing with my body. I imagined this shit. Last year I was scrawny. You feel me? Last year I was scrawny. I still had a little definition, but I was scrawny. I imagined that shit. I'm like telling niggas, like, I'm gonna get buff. And I still ain't buff, but I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling people I'm about to get like really on my workout shit and all this shit. You feel me? And just took the fuck off with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, whenever you catch yourself just sitting around dreaming like, oh, that could be me. Like, watch when I do that. Just do something, because that's going to make you feel like you're progressing towards that goal, towards that dream. And that just gives you fuel. You know what I'm saying? It really fuels you when you are actually doing stuff that is in alignment with that. It gives you confidence. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Stop dreaming and start doing. You have to get action oriented. Make those dreams come true, because they do for a lot of people, and you see it. Stars, the fucking content creators, all this shit, they're no different than you. They just stopped dreaming and started doing. They just said, fuck it, I'ma just do it. I'm gonna do it every motherfucking day. I'm gonna make a video every fucking day, and I'm gonna flood these motherfucking YouTube streets, these Instagram streets, and all this shit. That's why I'm getting more active and proactive with making these videos, because I realize what it takes, and it's not fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? It's as hard as you want to make that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that hard work, as long as you put in that hard work, it won't be as hard. But it's gonna be hard as fuck if you ain't working hard, period. You know what I'm saying? So stop dreaming and start doing. All right? Peace.